Hi everybody and welcome to this week's video. Now this week Glenda is the star of the show. So here she is outside on our patio. These are all dried flowers which Glenda did herself last year. She grew them, she dried them, she did an online course on how to do all of this, and look at them, they look fantastic. They are fresh Sweet Williams, by the way. So here you go, the table is absolutely full of a whole menagerie, different types of dried flowers, and Glenda's making some wreaths with them. Now the wreaths are made, we don't want to use wire, we want to keep it really natural, so we trim our willow tree every year and then we use the willow, and Glenda weaves some frames to put the flowers onto. So here she is picking out different types of flowers and just putting them into little bunches which will then attach onto the frame to make a lovely dried flower wreath. So here she goes, we'll just watch her in action, and there you go, she's joining some onto the wreath. Look at it, look at the colours, it's fantastic. And the great thing is they're fully biodegradable if we need them to be. So there's one of them, and there's the second one. They are absolutely fantastic. So we've got them hanging around our house, and even in the winter they bring a bit of summer in. So now we're on to broad beans. We've now got an absolute glut of broad beans at our allotment. So this is about 8 o'clock of an evening, and we've decided we need to get these ones shelled and get them into the freezer. So there's Glenda popping them away. I'm going to join her in a second. Here I am. Now you're thinking, what is wrong with Mark? Why has he got gloves on? Well, I'm finding my hands are getting terribly stained. All like brown and nasty. It's a bit embarrassing when I go in the shop. It looks like I'm not washing really. So I've decided, smart thinking Mark, put your nitrile gloves on. Now Glenda seems to be slightly distracted here. Martha has come up for a little fuss, and she likes to eat the broad beans if we drop any as well. So it looks like I could be on my own here. Could be taking quite a while given how many are in that basket there. But poor old Martha, she had an upset stomach, so Glenda's given her a little cuddle, bless her heart. So now Glenda's next project. If you remember a few weeks ago, she did some sourdough crackers off the offcast, which we have when we feed the sourdough starter. Well, they looked okay, but then they went a bit soggy. So she's found another recipe, and here we go. So she's just shown you the ingredients, what she's going to be putting into it. So this is just the offcast, as I said. So rather than just chuck them in the bin, we don't want to waste anything, we are going to use them. So this time, instead of trying to put them onto the tray, she's putting them onto a sheet of greaseproof, and she's spreading it out a lot thinner, so they are really going to turn into crackers, all things being well. So there's one finished tray, and there's the second finished tray. So we're going to have 2 trays of crackers, hopefully, fingers crossed. Dodgy camera work by Glenda. The cooker's on some temperature, no idea what it is. We can, if anyone's interested, then I'm sure Glenda will put it in the comments. And there they go, just popping into the oven. I think it might have been 150, but I'm not entirely sure. So that's it. Timer going on, and initially they're going to go on for 10 minutes. This is not the full cooking time. This is just so they start to harden a little bit, and we'll see what happens after 10. Now we've still got some left, so Glenda's now going to make a batch of crumpets with the remainder, which will go into the freezer. So here you go, 10 minutes is up and it's still soft, and this allows her to score the sheet of crackers, which means when it comes to breaking them up, they hopefully will turn into nice kind of rectangular sized crackers, but we'll see how well it works out. So there we go, another 30 minutes in the oven and they are done. Look at this. Perfect. Yeah, they are cracking beautifully. Well done, Glenda. Very, very impressive. Now just the very final few, and then when that's done, all that's got to happen is we've got to cover them because it's summer and there's a few flies about now. Let them cool down, and then they are ready to put into the jar. So there we go, Glenda's putting them into a kiln jar which is sealed, so that's going to keep them nice and crispy. But Glenda likes everything to be neat and slightly artistic, so here we go. She's got her stamping pad out and she's going to make a label to go on so we know what they are. And there we go, sourdough crackers. Lovely job, Glenda, well done. So now, if you remember last week, we extracted our honey. It's been standing for a few days. This is the bubbles and a bit of sediment which rises to the surface. So the easiest way to get this off is just to put some cling film into the top, let it touch this scum on the top, for want of a better term. Doesn't sound very attractive, does it? Scum. And then you whip it out and it takes it off. So here we go, I'm gently tapping it down to make sure that the cling film makes contact with the scum on the top of the honey. So gently does it. And now we're ready. It's like a magic trick. Oh dear. Oh dear. Only half of it came out, so we're going to have to go again. So out comes the cling film for another sheet. So let's see how we get on this time. Hopefully it's going to be a little bit better than the last pathetic attempt. Oh, lovely job. That is much better. So now we've got our honey and it's ready to put into the jars. But before we do that, I just have to get out my new tool, which is my refractometer, which tells you the water content of the honey. So legally, honey has to be under 21% water to be able to call it honey, and the lower the better. You really want it more like 19, certainly under 20 if you're going to jar it. Otherwise, there is a risk it will ferment and you can have exploding jars and it's going to smell and taste awful. So here we go. I've just put a little sample onto the end of the machine. There you go. I'm like some sort of pirate here. What do we think? What do we think? Okay, yep, so we're happy. We're going to jar it now. So here we go. They're going into pound jars, and because it's deemed as a food business, because we're going to sell this, we're under weights and measures legislation as well. We have to make sure that these are pound jars and we have at least 454 grams of honey in each jar. So the scales are out and Glenda's dispensing. I'm helpfully adding a cap on the top there, and I'm going to move them over into the tray. So as you can see, look at this, we are getting lots of jars of honey, and we ended up with 62 jars from this batch, and we've still got one bucket left to go. So we are pretty chuffed with that. So are our friends and family. Anyone watching this, you know you are going to be getting a free jar of honey, which I'm going to be selling for £7.50. That's how much I love you. Anyway, Glenda decided we have a little bit of honey left over at the end, so she made a honey cake. We've got friends coming around for dinner, doesn't happen very often, so Glenda's pulling out all the stops, and this is a Hugh Fernie Whittenstall recipe, and we've had it before. It is delicious, and look at that. That looks absolutely fantastic, Glenda. You are performing like a rock star yet again. And then for this bit, I love this. I love watching this. I got so carried away, I even forgot to move the camera. Beautiful. And then out comes the cake stand, one final flip, and it is done, and we are ready for our friends at the weekend. Brilliant, Glenda. Should have been in the circus. Absolutely amazing. Look at that. So what are we up to next week? Well, here's one thing I'm going to be doing. We've got loads of elderflowers across the road, so I'm making some elderflower wine. So that's it for this week. Thank you for watching, everyone. Take care and have an amazing week, and we'll see you soon. Bye.